Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your answer from Spirit regarding your question. To do that, we will be pulling out in a moment 3 cards from this deck. I see pile number 1 has already come out, pile 2 and pile 3. If you prefer to pick your piles, by the way, using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Okay, so let's check out our cards for today's reading. For pile 1, you have the Earth Ox. For pile 2, you have the Metal Rat. And for pile number 3, you have the Metal Horse. As always, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you have the Yellow Aventurine. For pile number 2, you have the Garnet. And for pile number 3, you have the Opalite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. As I always encourage you, in case you feel drawn to more than one pile, or maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition, let it lead you and guide the way. Perhaps you'll get more answers or more understanding of what you're trying to understand or seek. Another way you can go about this reading is to assign different questions to each pile and see what type of answers you get. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Please note that in a moment I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile, and so if this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then as you know, my dear soul family, this part of the introduction was created specifically for you guys. And after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 zodiac signs for each pile. All right, one last go. There we go. So let's see what signs we have for which piles today. 1, 2, 3. Am I holding 4? 3. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the signs for pile 1 are Taurus. Doesn't it look like a Taurus here, the circle and the ram right above it? So you've got Taurus, you've got Scorpio, the ox, I mean, Sagittarius, as well as Leo. For pile number 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got the signs Libra, Aries, Cancer, as well as Gemini. So interesting. I feel like all the signs that kind of have reflection did pop up here. You know, like Libra, they have the scales, this and the reflection. Cancer, they've got the 6 and the 9, the reflection. Gemini, obviously 2, reflection. the ram, one horn here, one horn there. Sorry for the rambling, just an observation. All right, and let's check out the signs for pile number 3. Obviously, we've got the signs Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, as well as Aquarius. So, my dear soul family, these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your piles using other placements in your chart, feel free to do that as well. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at your answer from Spirit regarding your question. These are the decks that I will be using for your reading today. If you're interested in any of them, like you want to know their names or anything, I always list them down in the description box for you guys. All right, I do see these 2 cards. I'm going to take them. This is a deck that has like drawings, talismans, and we will be finding out what this talisman means from the guidebook. Right, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful yellow Aventurine. Your significator card is the Earth Ox with the keywords one with the universe. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, in that case, the signs for this pile are Taurus, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Leo. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition, and if after the reading you're called to watching the pile with your zodiac sign, you can always do that. Okay, so let's check out your oracle cards first. So this is the talisman for this reading. You've got millionaire. Wow, are you asking a money question? Because I can keep this very short. I think if you're wondering from the universe or from spirit, if you're going to make a lot of money, your answer is yes. But might as well watch the reading and see what spirit says. That's in case this is your question. So you've got treasure, gold digger, yacht, inheritance, business, lottery, bank account, wealth, luxury, hidden cash, power, mansion. Whatever your question is, there seems to be an answer of, by the way, you're getting a lot of money, just so you know, kind of thing for sure. Power, mansion, white collar crime, diamond, country club, golf, and blackmail. All right, so these are the keywords with the millionaire. Obviously, some people make their money doing good things in the world, and some people are so desperate they may not make it in the right way. So, yeah, that's why we have all these different keywords. You've got generativity. Guys, is this a question about money? Like, is your money going to be growing on trees? I don't know. This even looks like a tree somehow. Okay, so let's move on and take a look at the rest of your cards. I think I can push this up to fit one more card down there. You've got the solar plexus card with the keyword joy. Love this for you. Wow. And you've got the sacral chakra card with perseverance. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So, you've got the Ace of Swords. don't you kind of feel like every time this figure meditates, the swords grows larger and larger, representing perhaps their power to do something? I get a crazy idea that taking things easily, perhaps, meditation, putting the right focus with the Ace of Swords as well, putting this kind of reminds me of the 80-20 rule, like putting all your focus on the right thing and removing most of your efforts from the things that don't really make a difference, will help whatever it is that you want to grow. Because it could be money for you, for someone else you're looking for a different type of resource. Maybe you're seeking guidance about healing. In any case, it does look with the earth. To be honest, with earth and money, I feel like it has to do with some form of resource. Earth, money, pentacles, earth. It's just a feeling. So if you want to amass something, whatever it is, could be health. I am straight away getting an guidance of focusing, putting all of your focus on the right thing, and the most important thing for you shall grow. Let's continue. Too early anyways. You've got the Knight of Wands and another knight, the Knight of Pentacles. Look at that. Isn't this like this versus this? This is the one of the fastest knights in the deck, and this is the slowest knight in the deck. So it's almost like, okay, I have to wait actually. You've got the Six of Wands. Love this for you. You've got the Hierophant. You have the King of Wands. And I think we can definitely fit one more card here. You've got the Five of Cups. Right, so let's see what your answer is based on the cards we are seeing so far. Joy and perseverance. I get this idea that whatever it is that you want shall grow. There's something about fast versus... Oh. In any case, with the Six of Wands, you are going to succeed in your endeavor. Whatever that endeavor is, for sure. There is a way to make it move very quickly versus moving very slow. In any case, like I mentioned, you're getting there. If you do want to move quickly towards the thing that your heart desires, you want to match the energy of the universe, one with the universe. Matching the energy of the universe, the frequency of the universe, is being at ease, especially with the Knight of Pentacles, being at ease. And so to be in that energy of being at ease, you want, with the Ace of Swords, to focus on the things that are the most important that can get you there. What are you doing? It's like you're distributing your force, your power, or your mental capabilities in many directions perhaps, and you're being guided to work wiser, to focus. Like, look at the things that give you the most results with whatever it is you're seeking, and focus on the most important things and less effort on everything else, especially in the beginning. Perhaps jotting down the things, or making a mental note, asking yourself an important question. What are the things that I'm doing or that I could be doing that move me there quicker? And Put most of your efforts there, not on many things at the same time. This will allow you to take it easy, to take it slow, to match the energy of the universe, to, not be in stress. And at the same time, it will allow you to move very quickly. Because if you look here with the sacral chakra, it's the chakra of self-discipline. It's the chakra of power, of energy. And look, it says joy. So you are, your answer to your question is take it easy, enjoy your everyday life, or enjoy what you're doing, because it looks like you're putting effort here into something. And so do whatever it is that you're doing with joy. Don't do it feeling broken. Although you are definitely meant to be self-disciplined and to persevere, I'm seeing, don't be sad. Take it easy on yourself. You want to enjoy that earthly ride. Live it by the moment, because joy, believe it or not, will be your most important frequency that helps generate whatever it is that you are seeking. I feel like it's time to take a look at your talisman. Talisman number 16. Control. Yeah, I think I did this right. Yes. Number 16, control. It says, if you have drawn this sigil, it's a sigil, sorry, not a talisman, my apologies. You are doing what you are doing for control. Interesting. Your hidden motive of control is causing you pain and other people pain as well. What an interesting perspective to this reading. Okay. You are most likely trying to control the inevitable or control the uncontrollable. As a result, you are feeling powerless, terrified, and out of control. Very interesting. Let's take another part here. You are focusing on something as if it is something that you can control, and as if controlling will prevent pain. This is especially true when you are trying to control things external to you. It is a superbly powerless position to put yourself in, to require them to do something else so that you can feel good. In this way, trying to control puts you squarely out of control. This is why it could be said that control is an illusion. Very interesting. Look at the situation and ask yourself, how am I trying to control in this scenario? Criticism is often an attempt to gain control of others. We are only critical of something when we are afraid we will be affected by something. Criticism is a cry for help in disguise. It is a cry for help that says, I feel powerless to others, and so I can't trust myself to make myself feel good, and especially to feel emotionally safe. And so I need you to correct this thing that is going to cause me pain so I don't have to feel bad. Very interesting perspective. Control is impregnated with disapproval. If you see the frequency with disapproval. If I'm going to control myself, I'm disapproving of myself in some way and distrusting of myself in some way. If I'm controlling of other people, I'm disapproving of and distrusting them in some way. And so, there's a difference between being self-disciplined and controlling. Or setting boundaries and being controlling. If you have drawn this sigil, constantly trying to assert your power to influence or direct your own and or other people's behavior, as well as the course of events, is the problem at hand. You are controlling yourself and or controlling others in ways that do not benefit anyone. What behaviors and course of events exactly are you trying to avoid? The way that you are going about it may simply be getting you into another painful situation. Pushing against what you do not want is making it impossible to bring about what you actually do want. Very interesting perspective that this sigil just gave us, in addition to what we were seeing. So this is a sigil about control. Because obviously with the Knight of Wands, this is desire. This is something that you really want. And you are asked to release, to enjoy the process. And Knight of Pentacles, this is enjoying the journey and not the end, being so attached to the end goal. Not being so attached to how it's supposed to happen, to how it's supposed to work, to what direction it takes you. Trust the process is what I'm seeing in your cards. Some things with regards to what you're seeking may not be entirely working at the moment exactly how you want it, but you are guided to trust the process. That does not mean trust it and go to sleep, because we'll be talking about the Hierophant here. Trusting the process and balancing it with the Hierophant, learning, seeking guidance, is the best way to be flexible on how this journey is trying to teach you and where it's actually taking you. It's the best way to be flexible. And so don't hate the twists and turns. Don't hate the unexpected events. Don't hate the different direction, although at the moment could be it could seem like it's taking you in an opposite direction to what you seek and what you want, whether this is a relationship, depending on what your wealth is. If this is a relationship, if this is your money, if this is your work, if this is an important goal to even your health, it might look like it's going in an opposite direction, but it's here to teach you something. It's here to show you something that you may not be seeing. And we can see it very clearly with the Five of Cups. It's crying over spilt milk. I believe your answer from Spirit is, don't cry over the losses, over the things that are going down, the things that are not currently working. They are a big bang trying to teach you something that is inevitable, that you must know in order to be so wealthy in whatever it is that you want or your heart is desiring. That must come hand in hand with it. You see, must come hand in hand with it. You must seek for this information. Like, imagine you noticed your toddler trying to learn how to read. They're still very young. They're 3, let's say they're 3, and they hold the book the way you hold it. They turn the pages. They think that somehow by imitating how you sit and hold the book and turn the pages, while all of these are very important skills, of course, it's getting them there. They're still not going to be able to read if they do not learn the letters. And let's say that's the one thing they don't want to do. Every time you explain the letters to them, they're bored, they push you, and it's not getting to their heads that they must learn the letters in order to read. So you let them be. They must want it from within. And the type of frustration that they get day after day watching you read and them not picking it up, although they're following all of their methods that they're trying to imitate you with, they're still not getting there. At some point, some form of frustration is going to make them decide and understand that they might look at you the next time you say, do you see that? It looks, this A, look, it's an apple. A. They might start to recognize that it is actually important to read the letters. When they start recognizing that they need to do that, this is when progress will actually happen. And I see your answer from Spirit is, this is really teaching you something. This disappointment is not there to stand in your way. Absolutely not. You're meant to receive more, even more than what you are dreaming of. This is just vital information that will put you in a lot of power. You know, this reminds me of something very similar. 10 years ago, or maybe even more, I visited my father, who used to live back then for some years in Russia due to his work. And when I first visited him, I was highly dependent on him because I was so surprised. The whole country, not only did it not have anything written in English, but the letters, I knew the letters were different, of course, but I did not expect going there that everything was going to be written in these drawings, speaking of learning letters. And I had to depend on this time on my father. I had to wait for him to finish his work, and I had to ask about everything, and I just wanted to be let free. I wanted to go out and explore on my own. So after some time of frustration, I decided I am not going to go out. I'm going to spend a day or two at home learning the Russian alphabet. And while it's not going to make me speak Russian, but at least being able to read the shops' names or anything will somehow guide me. So I spent a day writing and learning the Russian alphabet over and over and over and over until I was able to spell it out and read what the letters that I've been seeing. And so after wasting these 1 or 2 days, although I was so excited about going out and exploring, I went out, and it made all the difference in the world of making me independent. Even if I asked for directions or someone did answer me in English, I can read and spell and see, that's the street they were talking about. Or I can even read the shop names in Russian now. Like, for example, H&M or anything, Starbucks. No, I don't remember if they had Starbucks back then. But in any case, back then they had all of these different shops that we have. And I was able to read it. I was looking for the bathroom, and I read toilette. I was like, oh, that's the toilet. And I was really able to depend on myself. And so I realized how important it was to take a day or a day and a half from the vacation that I really wanted to enjoy, this limited vacation that I wanted to enjoy because I had to go back to work. So yes, I did waste a day and a half, but it made the rest of the vacation so good because I wasn't limited to my father's time. And my father likes to take his time. He would come back and then, clean up, take care of himself, and we'd eat. Everything is by the clock. And then I would only have an hour or two because then we have to go back and sleep early, So I was like, no, I have to make use of this time well. So all I'm trying to say is that it may look like it's a waste of time, you're going backwards, that you're not getting what you want quickly. The best way to do it is to follow along, for you too to go backwards. It's going backwards, match the energy and go backwards. Because if you take it slow and move backwards, you shall be moving there very quickly. It's just like a bow and arrow. When we take it backwards, it looks like we're being counterproductive. But when we let it go, it moves very quickly towards our target. That is the matching the energy with the universe that shall make you grow. Don't try to control it because you might think you're controlling it in the right direction when it's really trying to actually move in the right direction. Sometimes backwards is the right direction. Sometimes it is. Think of pickles, the things we pickle. It looks like bacteria is being formed. It looks like, oh no, is my food being spoiled? But it's actually creating, I think, good bacteria, at least prebiotics. So the clear answer here is yes, you do have to persevere. The holes don't mean that the holes in the wings don't mean that it's taking your freedom. It's just like tears in your muscles when you're trying to exercise. It looks like it hurts, it looks like your muscles are being torn, but really they are growing. This is how it grows. And that's what we do with our skin when they do, I forgot the treatment. When they poke holes in order for collagen to generate. So that is the energy, and the answer that I see is to not take control of the situation. Control here, there's a difference between putting boundaries, there's a difference between trying to do the right thing and to be afraid. This is where you need to ask yourself, am I afraid? You want to release that fear and replace it by educating yourself. What do you need to learn to release that energy, to do it right, not to control others, not to control situations, but to learn what it's trying to teach you. And that is what will put you in the powerful position. The King of Wands has that capability of knowing what to do. That's one of the powers that he has that makes him strong. The King of Wands is not trying to control others, but constantly matches the energy by trying to learn how it works in order to really be a great leader and to be in control where others want to follow him. And so this is guidance to learn what the universe is trying to show you, because really the universe is answering your question. It wants you to have more than what you want, for something to always work out for you. And so do it with joy, enjoy day by day, release fear, because that is bringing a lot of sadness. Take it easy, focus on the most important things, and learn what this situation is trying to show you, because this is the only way in which you will move very quickly. It's trying to teach you something, grasp that learning, and always be hand in hand with what it's trying to teach you. Grasp that learning. It's sometimes we need to move backwards in order to move forward, in order to correct something that's not going right. That's okay. And finally, your last card that we've been moving around is the Death card. That is the card of transformation. Your answer is you will win, you will get to where you want. You have no idea how. You're going to be very lucky with that. It's just going to grow automatically for you, whatever that is. You're learning, just like the Death card, to get into the dark so that you get into the light. That's the process. That's what's happening to you at the moment. Allow this transformative energy that comes in and allows you to change. So grasp that in, and finally, very quickly, don't be frustrated. Match the energy by going back. Release the fear by learning and seeing what it's trying to show you. And most importantly, put your most important efforts in the right direction, the things that are giving you results. This way, you can move slow and enjoy the process, but the results will be working very quickly for you, whatever this is in your life. And my dear pile number 1, this is exactly what I see as your answer from Spirit regarding your question. I wish you the best of luck in whatever your heart is desiring here. May you always get the best things. And this was your reading. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. And if you love what I do. So thank you so much. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your answer from Spirit regarding your question. And these are the decks that I'm using. If you're interested in any of them, like you want to know their names, I always list them down in the description box for you guys. This is a deck that has sigils, and we'll learn about what your sigil means from the guidebook during your reading, and I'm sure it's going to add a lot of perspective to what your answer is. All right, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Garnet. Your significator card. Do you have two? Ah, you have two. Yes. We'll trust the process. All right. Your significator card is the metal rat. The keywords are be aware of projection. And of course, if you picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Aries, Cancer, and Gemini. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you guys, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Follow your intuition, and if after the reading you feel called to checking the pile with your zodiac sign, you can always do that. All right, so let's take a look at your two sigils first. So first sigil is number 40, and that's what it looks like. Doesn't it look like a rat that is winking? All right. Okay. There's the other eye. It's got bigger. It's seeing something so clearly, perhaps after some reflection. So I feel like this is just simply speaking to us about this significator card. And the other sigil is number 21. Doesn't it look like some chemical reaction going on? Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, you've got interesting. So you've got killer, and the keywords are serial, murderer, slasher, movie, coroner, fingerprint, witness, forensics, psychopaths, clues, and so on. Okay, so it looks like you're guided to end something. Or maybe quit something cold turkey, like absolutely end something. We'll see. Or maybe something is killing you, something is hurting you within. So you've got the root chakra with complacency. Okay. How can I place this? I can place it right there. Beware of projection. Okay. And how can we do this better? I'm sure we can do this in a much better way. Yeah. This way we still have these next to each other. You've got the complacency card. And finally, you've got yes. Well, guys, I didn't even know there was a yes card in this deck. If you're asking a yes or no question, first off, right off the bat, your answer is yes. And if you're hoping for a door to open up for you, it's going to explode open for you. So it's going to like go and allow you in. So that's really nice to see for you. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards to see the more detailed answer. But if you're definitely asking a yes or no question, the answer is yes. Believe me, I didn't even know there was a yes card here. Which makes me wonder, is there a no card? Let me check. Yes, there is a no card. What a perfect deck to use for this reading. Okay, so that was definitely guided. Let's now take a look at the rest of your message with your tarot. Whoa, thanks. I'm going to take it with your tarot cards. So you've got the Page of Swords, the Acolyte of Air. Look at the ladder and the huge windows. Love this. Although it's such a beautiful place, although it looks like it's just at its beginning and some work needs to be put into there, but it's a beautiful place nonetheless. So you've got the 10 of Pentacles. My goodness, love your cards. The 10 of Pentacles is getting what you want and more, manifesting what you want and even more than you are imagining. You have the 7 of Pentacles, and look, there's a pathway to getting there. a beautiful one. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. She is the queen that achieves what she wants and lives in the realm of her dreams. I love your cards, my dear pile number 2. I love this for you. You've got the Acolyte, the Page of Wands. Look at this Page of Wands. On fire. So passionate about what he wants to learn and begin, and is in there getting their hands dirty, making sure it happens. And you've got the Hanging Man, the Hanged Man. Okay, I'm going to read the poem associated with this Hanged Man. I feel like it's going to give us a great perspective. So we've got the Hanged Man. We'll read what it has to say in a moment. And finally, you've got the Emperor. What is the Hanged Man telling us? Let's take a look at that. Number 12, the Hanged Man. So, the Hanging Man, the one who waits. Are you waiting because you got complacency here? It's really coming together. You're like, is this going to happen for me? You feel like a part of you maybe within is dying every day, wanting something to happen. And you're wishing for it, you're hoping for it. And is it going to happen? Yes, 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 everywhere. There's a wink, and it's saying, look at you, believe in yourself. You can definitely make this happen for yourself. Everything is ready. You've got a beautiful place that could translate as beautiful skills, beautiful circumstances. You're lucky to be somewhere in the right place, something like that. You're lucky to have many great advantages. You're lucky to be seen, or you're lucky to be able to see how to get there. It's just that you've got to put things together. Just like a chemical reaction, you put one substance on another substance and bam, you get a completely different substance. You wouldn't expect to get that type of to get that third thing unless you put things together. So it's work with what you have, and you will be, just like a chemical reaction, super surprised how that works. It's kind of like, just like the chemical reaction, you are the catalyst that will make all of the advantages that you have. Your work or your effort towards it is the catalyst that will make things that are ready to be put together and work out for you. So the Hanging Man, the Hanging Man. Let's read what it says. The one who waits. The cosmic force is Neptune. Like, get yourself into the energy of imagination and dreaming. Allow it to happen. So anyways, let's read the poem. It says, the Hanging Man is the... and the door rings. Hold on. Remember when we were talking about the door? That a door is going to splash open for you? I feel like this is what it's representing. But what I wanted to say here is that obviously the poems are with the minor arcana, not with the major arcana in this deck. So anyways, let's read it. The Hanging Man is the experience of the immobile vehicle. The seeker's best action is proactive retrospection, not complacency. Proactive retrospection. If you jump in, you will draw in the tumultuous waters. So it might be afraid. You might be afraid jumping in. You might be feeling overwhelmed if you do take action. But really, jumping in, just getting in, is what will make things work for you. I feel like it's a fast way towards what you want. Yes, it's going to happen in steps, but you will be getting more than you can imagine. You're very lucky, I see, in that you've got what it takes to make it happen. The only thing left is for you to believe in yourself. How can you know what you can do if you don't try to see what you can do? So don't let that discourage you, because the more you wait, the more this is taking time between you and what you really want. The universe or spirit is saying, yes, many doors are going to open up for you. Shall you decide to take action? You know, the root chakra is security, right? So perhaps you don't feel secure in what you can do. Maybe you don't feel secure that things will happen. And so why put in effort when things won't happen? And this is why you've got a strong yes here. Think of it this way. If you don't take action with the killers, something is meant to happen. A chemical reaction is meant to happen. A path is meant to open up. And so it's going to be pushing you day by day. And you're not going to rest. You're not going to feel like, oh, okay, I'm not moving towards what I want, I can just let it go. You're not going to be relaxed. A message within you is going to push you. Your soul wants you to go to your destination, to your blessings, to what you want. And so you're guided to take action. It might feel overwhelming in the beginning, but it is through the challenge that we learn how to take control, or to be more specific, navigate well this tumultuous water. So for some, tumultuous water is a no-go. For others, it's nothing. That's how I surf. I know how to surf. I can ride the waves. So you're really going to master this. You're an acolyte. The both of them, two acolytes here, show that you're at the very beginning of a journey. There's so much for you to learn when it comes to how to do things, the things that you need to educate yourself with. With everything, you gain experience and you gain muscle knowledge, mastery of how you can move towards what you want. You look back after some time and laugh at how you thought you couldn't do it, when obviously you're reaching somewhere and perhaps being seen as the person who can do it. So you'll laugh at how you didn't want to begin and how you wasted so much time when you're living in the realm of your dreams, being so happy, realizing that you can do it so easily. So don't discourage yourself, is what I'm seeing Spirit tell you. This voice within you, or that bad feeling you have within you, is not going to go anywhere. It's just going to keep pushing you every day to move towards what you're meant to do. It's kind of like I keep forgetting this word. A catalyst. This emotion that you feel is a catalyst pushing you to do what you're supposed to do. And so you can channel it in two different directions. It's either going to convince you more and more every day, if you don't try, that perhaps you can or you may not. Or you can channel that catalyst into actually taking action. It's going to give you so much confidence. It's going to prove to you that if you don't do it, who's going to do it? That you are the one who's capable of making this happen, because you're so lucky with the type of resources and the mindset that you have to do this. And you'll understand more about this mindset once you jump into it. You'll realize what type of advantages, great advantages, that you're so lucky with. You just need to put it together. And so have that boldness with the Page of Wands to just start, because how would you know if you don't try? And once you try, you will learn that you can actually do it. You'll learn a lot of the advantages that you have, and you learn more about how to manage it together, how to put it together. And just like the Seven of Pentacles is showing you, it is a step by step. Every time you try it, you will get better, whether you realize it or not. Something is happening. Your mind is grasping more than what you consciously think. There's muscle memory. There's so many connections happening in your mind. There are things working out for you, even energetically, that you are not aware of. And so at some point it just clicks and it starts working and it starts moving very quickly for you. So you are guided to take that initial step to make things move. And so since this card is clearly showing us a chemical reaction, understanding what we're seeing here to really help me in understanding your cards, that you're very lucky with the resources that you have or the advantages that you have, and now all you need to do is just put them together. Learn how to make them work together, and you will master this. You will be the one who creates an empire or creates something work for you due to the knowledge that you've learned, as well as your intuition and gifts. So I will be reading, in that case, this card, because it's winking at us with another message seen with your metal rat significator card. So that's what I'm guided to do. Let's take a look at number 40. It says suppression. How interesting. So it says, if you have drawn this sigil, you are suppressing. Suppressing is the act of trying to stop yourself from becoming aware or expressing or acting on something that is arising within you. Can you believe this? Every single day I will keep saying it. There's definitely the universe and spirit communicating with us. This is no joke. You can suppress a great many things. For example, you can try to stop yourself from feeling emotions or stuff them down. To stuff down emotions is to silence a personal truth that is desperate to come out. Unbelievable. You can try to stop yourself from thinking something, and you can refuse to acknowledge or express a desire or a need, just to name a few. You can only heal emotions and painful perspectives that you let yourself become consciously aware of and whose truths you express. You can only heal emotions and painful perspectives that you let yourself become consciously aware of and whose truths you express. When the truth of you, including your perspectives, desires, and needs, especially emotional ones, are stuffed under the floorboards, the pain of doing so rots you from within. Your physical body begins to deteriorate, and so does the world around you. You will not feel normal or act normal to others, no matter how hard you may try. For example, you may act passive-aggressively or be totally distant and disconnected. You may sink deep into addictions. We have all kinds of methods we use to suppress. But you must know that not only does it make your relationships and life impossible, the world around you begins to reflect those things that you suppress. It is as if they transfer to other people. For example, if you suppress anger, it will seem like everyone is mad at you. When it comes to emotional awareness and expression, there are 5 layers to the emotional truths. Anger, resentment, fury, blame, repelling. Number 2, disappointment, sadness, hurt. 3, insecurity, fear, bad memories, deep wounds. 4, understanding, empathy, responsibility, regret. And number 5, love, solutions, wishes, connections. Think about the situation at hand and complete the following sentences. I hated when. I'm so angry that. I'm fed up with. I'm filled with rage when. And these are others if you want to take a screenshot and that resonates, the details here resonates with you, you can definitely do that exercise. If you have drawn the sigil, you need to stop suppressing in order to get anywhere relative to the situation at hand. And it's the idea that we've noticed from the very beginning, suppressing an emotion that is asking you to go do something, and it looks like you don't believe that you can do it. And so allow these emotions out. Perhaps that's what also the Page of Swords is telling us about, because these are huge windows allowing us to see far ahead and outside. So it's learning about yourself as well. List down the things you are afraid of. Don't suppress these emotions. Write down everything that you feel about the situation honestly. And if you don't want anyone to read it, you can always throw it later on. But you want to have a good talk with yourself and to be honest. What are you afraid of? Or what are you angry at? Or what wish are you suppressing? Right, let it all down and listen to what these emotions are trying to tell you. They're pointing towards you learning something, taking action with regards to something, like maybe you need to prepare something so that you are able to pursue what it is that you want. So listen to these voices, allow them in and let them teach you where they want you to go. Listen to them as in see what their concerns are of these emotions and take action. Take action, learn and take action, learn and take action. This way, you're not intimidated by the tumultuous waters, but you're ready to learn how to surf and ride it. It's not going to take you long before things start coming together, because you're starting off with being super blessed, as the reading is showing, in so many ways. Whether you can see it or not, you will learn about it as you move along. So educate yourself, learn how things work, take it step by step, and you shall get there. It's a step-by-step process. With every step that you take, you're gonna go, oh, I never thought I could do this, but I did it. And another step, and you're like, oh my God, these were things I used to dream of when I was sitting there, but this and this need to be prepared. Now they're prepared. And then you take another step and you're like, whoa, I never thought I was gonna take this huge shot. It looks like I'm actually going there. Can you believe it? And then you take another shot and you're like, I'm on my way, guys. I'm on my way. This is happening. And another. And you're like, oh, look back. How many steps I've taken. And there's actually a shorter way to the front. And you take a step and another. Each one giving you confidence towards the things that you once thought you couldn't do. And now you're nearly there. And before you know it, you're standing right there at the threshold of your dream, looking back and going, wow, I've taken all of these steps. I have done that when I once thought I couldn't do it. What a waste of time. I'm about to achieve my dreams, because once you get there, the light is on. You get the results that you want. Doors open up for you. Opportunities open up for you. The things that you once envisioned that were always reflecting back at you, saying, yes, it's meant to happen for you, now start to happen for you. You will build an empire. You will create something that you've always wanted, and you will be the one in control of it, enjoying what it brings. The Emperor in the Rider-Waite-Smith, the classic tarot card, is drawn with a terrain that's empty. There's no crops yet. There's nothing. So it almost represents the Emperor sitting down in a place that's not built yet. Nothing is happening, but the one sitting there is skilled, or at least capable of learning and making it happen. Growing an empire, growing crops, managing the people that's helping him in the cause, and yes, slowly and surely building a great empire for himself. And that's what I see you doing. Going to empty land, starting from zero, starting from nothing, from the point where you start and go, can it be possible? There's nothing. To making this crazy, huge empire for yourself. Spirit is saying you are the one who's going to do that. And it starts with steps of knowing more first about these emotions that need to be released. What are they saying? They're taking you to somewhere. So listen to them. Start taking actions with regards to what these emotions are showing you. It's very important to release them, because they're pointing the way towards how you can do that. And little by little, you'll get more than what you are imagining. My dear pile number 2, where is your deck? I put it there. Okay, so let's now pull out the rest of your cards to see your answer from Spirit regarding your question. So you've got the 9 of Swords, time's running out. you can use it to your favor. So many clocks. I feel like you're like, oh, but I've lost so much time. You've got everything ahead of you to enjoy this. You've got, oh, thanks, the Four of Swords. Do you remember the neurological pathways I've been telling you about in the brain? I feel like this is what's happening. Take the time for you to grasp, like take it easy in the beginning. Try to learn, try to grasp, and that is growing your roots up and down, helping you spread out. You've got the Nine of Pentacles, which is a wish fulfillment card, feeling fulfilled. And you have the Nine of Cups. Can you believe it? You've got the Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups. This must be a question regarding a wish that you have, because both of them are wish fulfillment cards. And there's a yes, your wish will come true. It shall come true. Take the time, take it easy on yourself. Four of Swords is relax, take it easy. Nine of Swords is anxiety and stress, especially with the clocks here. It makes me feel like time. You feel like you're losing time, but also you are not doing anything about it. So the thing that is causing the stress with all of the bats here is that you can't see ahead. You feel like you're navigating and you don't. Will it actually come true? Yes, 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 yes. Where do you go? What do you do? Trust your intuition, just like the symbolism of the bat here. Your soul will take you there because you are meant to go there. In fact, you're not going to bounce out. There's a path that you're going to go towards, and you are going to, if you come back and repeat this lifetime 9,000 times, you will be taking the same path 9,000 times. So don't worry about it. Trust your intuition. Your soul is taking you there. It knows how to get there. And you will always be getting feedback that will always put you on the right track, because the bats, they navigate using ultrasonic waves. They feel the waves and it tells them, I shouldn't go there. There's a wall here. I should move here. I should move there. And so your intuition is very strong. Also, it seems like you're a smart person. You're able to learn from feedback very well, but allow yourself to get into that learning process. And so your soul will take you back there 9,000 times. You will always end up in that path. So just follow your intuition, and through the learning of the process, there's no way but for you to get there and enjoy what it is that you're meant to do. This desire is there because your soul is reflecting back to you, saying, this is what we want to do. This is what we want to achieve. Yes, it's going to happen. Opportunities are going to be coming our way. We just need to learn how to create that for ourselves. So it's with the Four of Swords, is take it easy. Don't worry, you're going to get there. Just continue to learn from the feedback. What is your lesson these days? What is it showing you? Is it showing you that you need to learn a specific skill? Take your time to learn it. It's gonna happen. Is it showing you that you want to do something in a different way? Fine, do it in a different way. Is it pushing you to be creative in another form? Then fine, do that too. But most important thing is that you take action every day towards it, because it is the combination of these efforts that will take you there. It's the culmination of all the resources and the efforts that you take. Chemical reaction, great results, resources and advantages, and efforts. Both will create this dream, and it will make it happen. This is meant to happen for you, and it will happen for you. Just put the chemical reaction together. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading as your answer from Spirit regarding your question. I wish you the best of luck in your endeavor. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. If you love what I do. And my dear pile number 2, thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at your answer from Spirit regarding your question. These are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. If you're interested in their names or you want to find out more about them, I always list their names down in the description box of every video for you guys. All right, so this is a deck of sigils, and depending on the sigil that we'll get, we'll read in the guidebook what this sigil is meant to represent, so that we get a more accurate answer to the question that you have. All right, so these are your oracle cards. Very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Opalite. Your significator card is the Meadow Horse with Engage the Heart to Heal. Oh, this one looks like it wants to come out as well as this one. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, and Aquarius. Welcome to your reading, guys. If these are not your zodiac signs, as I always remind you, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. And of course, I would say follow your intuition. If you're called after the reading to watch the pile with your zodiac sign, you can always do that. Okay, so these are your cards. Let's check them out. This is your sigil. Oh my God, it looks like you have a question, and it looks like if you make something move, it may not look like it's directly related to it, but if you make it move, other things are going to move, and they will either get you to your destination, or that will be the answer to your question. That will make something work for you. Just an initial idea. It does say engage the heart to heal. Maybe it's also internal work that will make something external work, or will answer the question to your question. In any case, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. It does say mourning. Perhaps you're really sad about the loss of something. It says sudden illness, depression, inheritance, funeral, murder. So, you know, this along with inheritance is like two sides to a coin. Part of it, there is a lot of sadness, but on the other side, it will gift you with something so big. Right. Yeah, definitely. You're definitely here getting an answer to something you're very sad about. It's like, how can I get over this sadness? Just wondering. Or maybe, how can I move past this sad situation? Or how can I heal something that is so sad going on in my life at the moment? Something like that. Or something that's happening that's causing a lot of sadness. Okay, so, interesting. I know this story. It's a very interesting story. This is the solar plexus with the keyword dissipating. This is a figure that keeps talking to her beautiful yellow birds. They keep having conversations together about how she can do it better than the figure on the television. If she had held the gun, for example, she would have handled it like this, or someone told her that she would have done this. And so that's the conversation. But it does explain in the guidebook here that although there's a lot of speaking, there's no action at all. She doesn't do anything about the criticism that she has towards the show that she's watching. Okay, and finally, you've got intuition. Looks like you've got this pile. This is a pile that's got very strong intuition. In fact, I just heard in my mind, iron intuition. So I feel like Your heart can lead you to any place with the horse you want to go. You've got strong intuition. You've got a strong feel. And that always guides you to how you can get things done. And at the moment, perhaps you critically understand the situation so well, but maybe you're not taking action, following your intuition to take a move. Maybe there's a lot of sadness involved that you want to heal that's preventing action. I think there's a lot of sadness, actually. It's not fear, it's just sadness here that's preventing action of some form, or it's clouding the very answer you are looking for. I think the key here that is underneath all of that, that's fueling the situation, is sadness. And healing the sadness, it seems, can answer your question, but also do realize that the sadness on the other side of the coin has given you a great gift that you can use for this situation. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Look at, there you've got the heart again. Wow. Balance between the heart and the the mind. This number 8 in this deck is the Justice card, as with all the older decks. So the Justice card, you've got the Queen of Cups, beautiful Queen of Cups. It's like a new you, a new life is forming, a new you is forming. You're in the womb at the moment, healing. Maybe you're actually guided to not take action. Let's find out. You've got, wow, the Six of Swords with a trampoline. It's kind of like, okay, hold on. Let's just take a look at the cards. You've got the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Cups. Strong intuition in this pile, for sure. And Spirit is guiding you to use it. It's so strong, you're guided to use it. You're guided to take a leap, a huge one, which requires a lot of faith. You're definitely guided to take it with the Six of Swords. And I feel a crazy thought, because that's the Knight of Cups, it's emotions. I feel like, call me crazy, but I kind of feel like Spirit is making a deal with you. Let's see. You've got the Nine of Wands. And you've got the Lover's card. What is this saying? What is this deal? Matters of the heart. The Mars and Venus, the yin and the yang, and to combine them lovingly, to enjoy it. Because the Lover's card is a card of choice. And I do see the yin and the yang choosing to combine two things lovingly. Two things lovingly. So what's that? Until I find out, there is the yin and the yang. You will be able to take that leap of faith through the yin and the yang, the combination of two things. Also, another thing that I'm seeing is love will heal the sadness. And it doesn't have to be the conventional love. It could be loving life, loving the experience you've gone through, love towards yourself. We'll find out. I'll take a moment to take a look at the cards. You're very good at reading situations. Very good at seeing, at having a good picture. You're even able to predict so much by looking at the whole situation. Very good at observing. Got great observational skills through both your intelligence and your intuition. And you're seeking something with the question mark here. You're seeking something. Either you want to understand something or you want to achieve something, maybe heal something. Being able to see well is a great advantage, but it's not enough. We want the yin and the yang here. Two things must come hand in hand. They must work together to be able to take that bold move that answers all of your questions. The other thing seems to do with the heart, right? Seems to do with the heart, but the heart is mourning. The heart is sad. And that is the next element that you need to put together, hand in hand, to be able to take that leap of faith. And so I would say the thing here is not really fear, or maybe there is fear, but if the sadness is removed, you will not be afraid. Crazy, but that's what I'm seeing. The crazy thing underneath all of that you're not seeing, that will make everything work, is removing the sadness. And it, you know what? Now thinking about it, it just clicked. Because when you are not sad, your heart is able to hold so much joy. That's able to happen. And when we are happy, we are surprised to see ourselves do so much that we don't usually do, right? When we're in this really happy mood, we find ourselves take action and do things we don't usually do in our everyday life. So the thing that's happening beneath all of that you may not be seeing about the situation at hand, is that working on the heart, engage the heart to heal. Exactly that. Putting your focus on healing the heart will help so much. Will help in so much emotional growth with the Queen of Cups. So much emotional balance that ultimately will give you that balance, because both of these have to do with balance and balance, will give you balance that can help you take the very step that you're not taking yet. So it's almost like you're not expected to push yourself, but you are expected to combine that beautiful gift that you have. So you're already blessed in that area, that great intuition, these great observational skills, almost to a point, if not, you're able to see so much into a situation that you're able to predict it very well. You're so gifted there. But you will be able to make a bold, confident move when your heart is able to love, is able to radiate joy again. Healing the heart. That's exactly what I'm seeing. So before we read the rest of your cards and how Spirit is answering your question, you'll be able to make that bold step if you heal the heart. Now the question becomes, how do you heal the heart? Where's your guidance there? maybe we'll get more information, or at least a great perspective that you're meant to hear from sigil number 4. The motives. So, if you have drawn this sigil, you are not aware of your true motives in the situation at hand. And I won't interrupt again, but I really feel like you're not aware that the true motive is to heal the heart. The true motive of why you're not able to move, the true situation, you're not able to see the true situation, and it has to do with healing the sadness. Okay, won't interrupt again. Let's read this part. If you have drawn the sigil, you are not aware of your true motives in the situation at hand. In order to avoid the consequences of this blind spot, you are going to have to be brutally honest with yourself about your actual intentions, motives, and desires. You are going to have to do this even if it makes you feel as though you may be a bad person. As people, life is torture for us to live if we have a poor self-concept. We have to see ourselves as good. But this means that for the sake of seeing ourselves as a certain way and being seen a certain way, we are perfectly capable of even fooling ourselves about the truth of our actual motives, intentions, and desires. For example, we might gossip and plot against someone simply because we are so envious or jealous of them. We might tell ourselves that we are marrying for love when in fact we are marrying a person simply because of status or security. We may say yes to something we don't want to do, but act as if we do want to do it, so that we can get whatever reward we are after. We do this anytime we have a means to an end attitude. We may be acting two-faced, which is always an indication that our true motive is being hidden. We may pay the bill simply because we want to force people at the table to be indebted to staying aligned with us, as is so often the case when someone does something to displease us and we say, "After everything I have done for you?" The problem isn't the motive itself. The problem is we are fooling ourselves about it and fooling others about it. This makes it deceit. If we want to transcend this blind spot, we must be willing to feel shame. We must be willing to really admit to ourselves that what our actual motives, intentions, and desires are, even if doing so makes us see ourselves as bad or wrong. Otherwise, we are leading ourselves and others straight down the path of suffering. And so you can see the real way to heal this sadness is to face ourselves with the truth, no matter how painful it is. And that's really what I'm seeing here. Yes, that's the feather here. What will heal the heart is the truth. This is ma'at, by the way. This is ma'at, the truth. And so this will work hand in hand when you are bold enough to admit the truth to yourself. To see, use your observational skills, which you're very good at. Use that to see the real truth behind your sadness. What are you really sad about? What makes you sad? Sometimes we're not able to write it because there's shame, guilt, anger. Many things can arise that prevent us from being that brutally honest. And as your card here was guiding you, it's to write down and being brutal, just writing it down. That's the second pile that has to do with writing things down. But here you can see it's writing to heal. It's to jot down, or at least say it to yourself. What are the things that are making you feel sad? Because when you see the light, the shadow and the light, nothing is bad. Nothing is super good. They're meant to come together to create you and help you transcend and help you grow. And so don't be ashamed. Don't be sad. These are just observations that allow you to face them and to make the right choices and to take the right actions. It will help you be bold naturally, and it will help you, the Six of Swords, transition to the other side where you want to go, answering that very question for you. And so it's time to use these observational skills in the right place. That's what's missing. Once you are able to put it in the right place, you'll be surprised at how everything else starts moving. Everything else starts healing. And your momentum increases. You get to where you want to go confidently with the Nine of Wands. And all while exuding love. That's the unity. That's how you can have that grand frequency of love all of the time. Because there aren't emotions at the back of your mind making you feel bitter or sad or angry, especially sadness here. The sadness will go once you take that great observational skills within towards the sadness. What is the sadness telling you? Why do you feel sad? What's preventing you from taking bold steps? Think about them well, and they are the key that will go hand in hand with where you are gifted, making everything work. Okay, so that is the initial observation that I see. Let's take a look at the rest of your cards to see more in terms of your answer from Spirit. Whoa, you've got the Seven of Swords. The Ten of Swords. The Five of Swords. Four of Cups. There's something about this middle column here. Great observations are in this column. You are great at observing things. And I think this is highlighting how this will be the foundation for everything for you. You're lucky in that regard. You've got the King, the King of Swords. Yeah, it's like, why aren't you using that great skill that you have? You've got the Ace of Pentacles. It will allow you to heal. Do you see the Cassaduas? And you've got the Four of Wands. That is elevation, the Four of Wands. All right, so here we do see a descending, and here we see an elevation, even with the Cassaduas. So it is saying, don't be afraid, because initially it might feel counterintuitive to face yourself with what the sadness is saying. You're afraid of going down a dark alley. You're afraid of the tumultuous emotions. You're afraid of losing so many things when when you feel like you were already supposed to be bold. This is like taking boldness from you. That's not true. That's only building, surprisingly. Four of Cups is a card of surprise. Surprisingly, and that's the focus here, it will actually build the very foundation that will hold you forever. To give you that confidence to make that leap. And so it's like going through a dark alley where you find the light at the end of that tunnel. But you must go through this tunnel. It may feel tricky with the Seven of Swords. It may feel like for a moment you could be losing yourself, losing the situation, like you're losing everything. But really, it might feel like you are in a lot of pain with the Ten of Swords, like you're in a very risky situation, that everything you want to hold on to is going down. It might feel all of that, but it will take all of that wrong foundation to fall for the right foundations to be built and to hold you forever with the strength that you need. And you are a blessed person who can do that, because with the King of Swords, we can see it with the solar plexus, you've got great strength when it comes to your intelligence, your observational skills, your analysis, your strategy. That will hold you so strong, because when things are going down and around, you will be standing there using your very good eyes. Oh, why is this falling? That's because that's not happening. That's because perhaps I needed to do it that way. It needs for the wrong things to fall, so that you're not building on top of the wrong things constantly and wondering why it's not working. The wrong things need to fall for you to go, oh, these were actually wrong. I would have never known. I thought these were the pillars of how it should be done. I thought these were the pillars on which I should stand on. And then you realize, so at least I know, amongst this tumultuous energy, amongst everything falling down like that, amongst the losing, at least I know that the very pillars I was standing on were absolutely rookie, and I shouldn't have depended on. And in a weird twist of events, I'm actually happy that these fell down. It might look like I'm starting from the beginning, but I'm not. I'm so aware now of everything that's been going wrong, and I now have the knowledge, maybe slowly but surely, to build the right temple in which I could stand on and rely on for thousands and thousands of years, aka maybe even your many lives to come. And I will heal something at my core, starting from the root chakra up to the crown chakra, your stability, your creativity, your power, your heart, your power of speaking, your throat chakra, your ability to see things better, and your ability to receive messages and put things together. You will be able to make it all work together. It will all rise, and so will you. And so to go up, you must take a leap of faith in going down. And that's where the real leap of faith is. The real leap of faith is not in the direction that you think you should go towards. It's to first be okay with going down and experiencing what might feel like shatter. You must go through it. Spirit is showing you. You must. It's not about sitting comfortably and observing it. And it's no wonder you're relying on your great observational skills, because they're bombastic. But you must, even as that type of person with great intuition, great vision, ability to see through things, you must experience the down to understand it. Otherwise, there will be so many things beyond you or within you that you won't see unless you allow it to go down. And there's no such thing as bad and good, the yin and the yang. Each shows you something. Each teaches you something, and each gives you an advantage. So allow to see the coin that the sadness can give you. Take that inheritance. Go down. Be bold. Take that leap of faith in that direction. Get shattered. And only then will you go, I get it. I get it. And you will be able to build things that will never fall, that will stand the test of time, that's meant to stay there. And there's growth energetically. You are transcending as a soul. You're moving in the right direction. You will grow. You will heal. And your experiences will be very different moving on. And that's your answer. And you've got the Emperor. Look at that. You will be able to build strength and stability that nothing and no one can ever take from you. And my dear pile, and even that's 4. Stability. Look at that. 4, 4. Wow. Oh, and 13. 3 plus 1 is 4. 4, 4, 4, 4. You're building stability that cannot be shattered. And that is your answer from Spirit, my dear pile number 3. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. And there's something about the 4 in your reading. 4. 4. You're transcending. That is transcendence towards your strength and your stability, to feel safe in any situation and within yourself. My dear pile number 3, this was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And please do consider joining the memberships. It's a great way to support me if you can and wish to do so. Thank you for everyone who has supported me. It does make a huge difference. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye.